Welcome back to the Jimmy O Show. Happy to be here with you once again, here this time with our Fear the Wave Offensive Players of the Week for the prior game against Tulsa, a 27-13 victory on the road, 11 a.m. kickoff. Late flight getting in, doesn't matter. These guys are ready to play, played hard all game long, took care of business. Guys, I'm here with Tyjae Spears, Joey Claybrook, and Shaadie Clayton-Johnson, our three Offensive Players of the Week. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing real good, man.
Doing great.
I'm good, man.
All right, well, guys, let's start there. I know we've moved past Tulsa, but our people at home have not. We can talk briefly about that game, and then we're going to talk about the huge game coming up. So, guys, first of all, I thought Tulsa's a team whose record probably didn't tell the whole story about who they were. They were a team with real explosive weapons offensively. They got a history of defense, kind of odd defense. What was it? How much schematically did it change your responsibility? What was it like dealing with that 3-3-5 diamond thing they did? Is that something that, kind of changed the way we had to plan to play those guys?
I think as you saw, like how many yards rushing we have, how much we ran the ball, that was a big thing. When they're dropping 8 like that, you got to be able to run the ball first of all. So that was probably the biggest thing that changed.
Yeah, we're looking at two of the guys, combined guys, 200-yard rushers, both with 14 carries, I believe, in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ivy got into the action. Ivy had a productive game as well. So, yeah, you mentioned running the ball, 357 rushing. Pretty good day at the office.
Yeah.
How did it feel out there, Shaadie, getting that kind of shine for the first, extended action like that, 14 carries, 100-yard, first 100-yard game at Tulane?
Man, it felt good, man. I was kind of doubting myself, early in the season, but to have like a breakout game like that, it was just a blessing, with the adversity that I've been facing, it's just a blessing in disguise, I was just grateful for it. I wanted to score so bad, I wanted to get in that box, but it's gonna come, a lot of things gonna come.
Yeah, no doubt, but you scored touchdowns 2 consecutive games prior to this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, Shaadie, I guess I'll stick with you. Coming back home, you mentioned that the adjustment really that occurs. You learn a new offense, learn new teammates, learn new everything. Even though you're from New Orleans, it's natural. There's going to be a little bit of an adjustment period, and I guess you feel now that you got your feet under you and everything is sort of, this is old news now. You're all green waving at this point.
Yeah, everything just kind of played out, how I expected it to play out. When I first came back home, a lot of people was like, nah, you're going to get distracted, you back at home playing football. But it was like, it was more of me being accountable for myself, just staying in school, staying, around school a lot, around the football program. And like the players, as soon as I came in, it was just like, I wouldn't say I adjusted to it. It was just like I came in, I felt like family right away. They welcomed me with open arms. So, they helped me, especially this dude right there, helped me in a big part of my adjustment here.
Yeah, and this dude, Tyjae, I guess the leader of the running back room, the elder statesman now. What was it? What were your first thoughts when you saw Shaadie show up on campus?
Just knowing I had to be a leader, like whatever I can, to pour into him, whatever I got to do to pour into him to help him get better, not just be selfish, just help him get better day by day, and especially through camp, like, being up for each other, giving each other like immediate feedback on different runs, different blocks, just being a, we always talk about on the field, just being a brother off the field, just letting them understand that, no matter what time of night, if you need something, just hit me up on one call away. If it's for me, me watching this dog, or, me, him calling me, talking about a serious topic, I was just, not just him, but all of them, just letting them know I'm here for him.
Right. That's awesome, man. And, I very remiss not to mention, Shaadie, your head coach in high school was my teammate, Jerry Phillips. Still talk to Jerry every now and then. And are you able to stay in touch with him, and or been in touch with him since you came back?
I went to the school a couple of weeks ago. Not a couple. I think I want to say like before the season started, but ever since the season started, I haven't been like really going. You know, I've been so focused, you know, tunnel vision and stuff like that. But I think I'll go past by the, you know, soon. Sometime I know they waiting on me to come through, you know. So I'll go chop it up with them soon.
Yeah, man, and they're about to start the playoffs there.
Yeah.
So Big Joe, man, look, you know, we talked about a little bit before. Offensive lineman, you can do whatever's asked, right? If you got to throw the ball 50 times a game, so be it. But when you can get in a game where you run it 40, 45 times, running for 357, I imagine you enjoy a game like this past Saturday a little bit more than others.
Oh yeah, there's nothing better than that. You feel like you got like a piece of those stats, you know, like just seeing your teammates like Tyjae, Shaadie run the ball like that, and really feel like you got a piece of that. So it's awesome to play a game like that. You really cherish it.
Yeah, and as an offensive lineman, I mean, you know, the difference, it really is a very easy and to understand difference. In the run game, you're the aggressor. You're exerting your will on the other side, whereas a pass blocker, I mean, you're playing defense essentially. I mean, you know, you're on the defensive, and I mean, it's as simple as that. I mean, I guess you just naturally get a little bit more excited about being the guy who gets to bring the punch rather than taking it.
Oh yeah. There's like you said, you get to be the aggressor, and there's definitely something that comes with that, you know. So it's a mindset going into a game like that. So it was really fun to play a game.
Yeah, and then just as I say that, then I remember that I see the visions of Tyjae lighting up blitzing linebackers in pass pro.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, he
Pass
gets a little
pro,
extra.
yeah.
That's a little different when you're the back picking up that blitzer.
Oh yeah.
You get a little excited about that, don't you?
Yeah, but like just to piggyback off that point, what you just was talking about with Joy, it's just like having those games. That's kind of like relieving because like all year, like maybe like either, you know, we struggle. Like I'm just saying, we as a whole, like as the linemen and the running backs, like we struggle like running the ball. So like having that game, just give us the mindset. Like if we just, you know what I'm saying, we just stick to our rules. We ain't got to get like all crazy with it. We just do what we do. Why we can't do this every week? So like that's our mindset going forward. Like why we can't do it every week? And like it shows in practice that, you know, we get more on page with them. We pressing the blocks, and you know they finishing blocks for us, you know, in order to create these holes, and you know, because they know like we just, you know, I ain't gonna say that part, but they know though. But yeah, though it's fun. It's fun picking up blocks sometimes. It's just you just gotta know where they coming from.
Very easy.
You gotta know where they coming from.
Pass pro ain't passive.
Yeah, you got, of course, you got some good ones to practice against to get you ready for that. Let's talk about real quick, just a couple of y'all big runs. Shaadie, you know what? I think when I look at you, probably the run that sticks out most in my mind was a huge 3rd and 1. We're up 2 scores. We're trying to possess the ball. And Joe, you mentioned before the game, we held the ball like 80% of the 4th quarter. We had like 12 minutes in the 4th quarter, and a huge part of that was just being able to move the chains. 3rd and 1, they expected run. What was the play call on that one? I think you broke a 33-yard run right there.
Yeah, man, that was a dual play, you know. So coming out from the sideline, we are, you know, it was 3rd and 1. We already established, like, you know, we got to get this first. If we didn't, we was going for it. You know how Coach Fritz is. He ain't scared to go for nothing, you know. So, but our whole mindset was, you know, just to be dominant, you know. So me knowing that they was playing for the run, you seen how many people they had in the box lined up. So me knowing like, man, I can't start on my feet. You know, I just gotta press the block, read my keys, and just, you know, do what I do, man. Once I seen everybody just kind of wash down, and I seen a cornerback at that outside, like, you know our mindset, you know, cornerback. We ain't letting no cornerback tackle us. So, you know, I just like, man, I seen that. I just try to get going, man. I try to get in the box, you know, try to stay in bounds, keep the clock running, but, you know, yeah, it happened. You know, I think that run, I think that was my longest run so far of the season, and I was pretty pumped up about that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge run, huge spot, huge run, and you popped the duo too, right? One of your big 240+ yard runs was a duo, wasn't it?
Touchdown.
Yeah, the touchdown. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, cleared up touchdown.
And then
they did some great blocking on that play. They did some great blocking on that play.
Joey, that's a lot of when you get the heavy box that you had for Shaadie. I mean, that's just a lot of one-on-one.
Oh yeah.
A duo,
Just
it's not you know, you got to beat that guy.
Yeah, no, that was a huge play. We all ended up in a pile, and it was silent. Like I couldn't hear nothing. Like, we must have got it. And I hear Sincere, he's like, oh my gosh, he's gone. And I was like, what? I stood up real quick and just see Shaadie running.
Shaadie running, still running, yeah. And then just setting the tone, and this would be the last question about Tulsa, man, just setting the tone. Second play of the game, second 10, dealing, don't know what we're going to see in this game yet. 55-yard run, took it inside, took it down to the red zone for us. Tyjae, why you let him catch you, though?
Oh, my God. I feel like Shaadie, and I'm like, man, dang, I should have scored. But, things happen. But I got a better plan next time that happens.
Okay.
I feel like I'm going to come out on top.
Look, they I just used to you beating those angles, that's all. So, all right, man, let's move forward. 1-0. We're working on 1-0 this week. UCF, one of the big boys in the conference, one of the teams that have been really the banner carriers for the conference, have played in the New Year's Six. That's something we're trying to get to. We haven't been able to do that yet. They've been there. They've done that. They got talent everywhere. What's sort of the focus for us as an offense as we look ahead to Saturday at 2:30?
We got to run the ball. That's it. We can get fancy, do all this extra stuff, but when it come down, when that whistle blow, and we between them white lines, we gotta do what we know how to do. And let's play together as a team, like remain 1-0. No matter who stand in front of us, we got a goal to get to. They're a great team. They got a great defense, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's still 1-0 no matter who we play.
We're pretty good too.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? We better, but it's still 1-0.
That's right. And look, we hope, I told you before the show, if we get another game where we got 14 carries, and get 12 out of Ivy, I'm going to like where we're going to be at the end of the game. That tells us a lot about how that game went. Joey, defensively, what are they bringing to the table that when you look, as our unit, our offensive line unit looks out, what's the biggest challenge they bring in terms of whether it's physicality, speed rush, blitz packages, what comes to mind? You think about the biggest challenge they bring?
I think they got a little bit of everything that you just said. They're a really good defense. They bring a lot of crazy looks on third down, so we got to be on page with the backs, communicate right there. That's a big deal. And like Tyjae said, we got to run the ball. At the end of the day, it's football. So whoever wins in the box, if everybody knows whoever wins in the box is going to win the game. So we got to run the ball. We got to dominate up front, and that's the biggest key. 1-0.
I agree, man. Well, look, y'all got it. Y'all shown all year long that communication has been there. The sort of everybody pulling each other in the same direction. I think one of the coolest things is when you think about football. And I even think about our team in '98. We were really good, but we weren't always the best behaved kids out there. The chain gang actually told Coach Fritz after the game, we're the best behaved team he's ever seen. I feel like you should be really proud of that. Certainly as young men and as people, you should be proud of that. But I can't tell you enough. I was on the team playing, just how impressed I am by just the character you guys show, man. At the end of the day, winning football games are great, and your experience here will always be with you. You'll never forget it. But it's that's going to take you through life. And just, every time I see y'all doing it over again. Whether Jaquan's helping my daughter with her luggage without being asked, and Tyjae, you just telling them hi just for no reason, just go and talk to them. That kind of stuff, man, that carries. And I'm just proud to be a part of this thing with y'all.
Yeah, I feel like that's built within us, everybody on the team. I feel like we got some really good guys on the team, but also we got a great leader in Coach Fritz, man. He hold us accountable, man. He pushed us to be the best we possibly can be, man. So we got some great coaches, man. Just great people, just a great all-around program.
Yeah, I just love seeing it and getting to see it up close. It really is a special thing, guys. Don't take it for granted, and I know you don't, but it's just a really cool thing y'all got going on here, and y'all keep rolling, man. 1-0 one more time.
1-0.
All right. Well, folks, that'll do it with this episode of Jimmy O Show. Be sure check out our. I want to highlight one charity this week. On the trip, we had one of the executives from Children's Hospital. They obviously do a great job with our youth in our community. They did a great job for one of my daughters who was on the trip. She had a little procedure there in the last month or so, and she's back, healed up. And so just look out for those folks. And if you're choosing child care need, hopefully you don't need it, but if you need something serious for your kids, that's a great place to go. Other than that, folks, be sure to check out FTWcollective.com. Find out everything you need to find out about what we're doing as a collective, how we help these guys out, and how you can get involved with helping. Till next time, though, folks, roll wave.
Roll wave.
All right.